it's Adele and April from Just Say Scrap with Close to My Heart, and we are here with Technique Tuesday. We are also at extra magic hours at Magic Kingdom right now, so we are bringing some magic your way, and let's get started with Technique Tuesday. All right, friends, so we are here today with a bunch of our extra cardstock from our last campaign, the last paper packs that we had. So like we've told you in the past, we have little 6x6 paper envelopes, which my mom is putting back together right now, of our extras, our scraps. These are always great to have because you never know when, let's say you want to work on a project or your layout and you want to add pictures to it after you've done it, something like that, and you need an extra piece of paper, but then you've thrown everything out. Just go right here. It has all of your extra cardstocks, and you'll be good to go. So today we're going to show you how to roll paper. So this is just a sample card that we got convention a long time ago, but just to show you how you can take different pieces of cardstock and actually roll them together, and then you glue them, and they make an awesome 3D dimension on your card, your layout, anything like that. So that's basically what we're going to show. And how we're going to do it is just use liquid glass. Super, super simple, but we're going to give you a bunch of different things that you can actually make with your rolled paper. So first off, you don't even need a piece this big. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy little Fiskars cutter over here. My favorite tool. I should write my best friend on it. And we're going to cut this down. So first of all, obviously look at the paper that you want. Do you want it to have the stripes along it? Do you want it to just have one stripe? Anything like that. I'm going to cut this down to about an inch, you would say, right, Mom? Depending on what size you want the circle to be. But I'm going to cut an inch off of it. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it this way. So we're just going to roll the paper first. And basically that's what it's going to look like. Super, super simple, just like that. I'm going to take my liquid glass with my applicator on top. And note, this has been sitting out and I haven't touched it since we last used it. And it is still perfect. So just to show you that the applicator really does work, I just had to hit the glue a little closer to the top of the applicator.
As long as you clean it the way we said.
I don't think I even cleaned it last time. I was a bad girl.
So, never mind.
It still works though. But yes, make sure you do clean it. That's what you want to do. And you might get a little bit of liquid glass in your fingers here just because you are gluing and holding. But not too bad. Just hold this for a few seconds. Remember, the liquid glass does adhere pretty quickly. It just won't dry completely for a little bit. But there you go. You have your rolled piece of paper. I think it's so cool. And I think it's awesome to do it something like this. You can actually cut them smaller. You can do whatever you want with them. But Mom also has another technique for us. So do you want to come in here or do you want to walk me through it?
Walk you through it? Okay.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. So what am I doing? So we are starting from scratch again because she finally explained it to me and I understand it now.
Yes, she understands. Yay!
So would you like to explain to them what we're doing?
Yes, we are going to make a monogram. So what we're going to do is, I'll just use this as a example. We're going to start like here, if we make in the letter A, let's say, because we both are the letter A, and we're going to roll pieces of paper that are going to go up against each other and then make the letter A. So I know that's a simple explanation, but we'll do more as we go along. So do you think this is a good width for the top of the A?
Yeah, it's 2.5 inches.
Okay.
So that should be good. So we'll start with 2.5 inches.
Right.
Ooh, that's 3 inches. I don't want 3 inches.
You don't want 3 inches?
Should I make it 3 inches instead?
So I think start with 3 inches, but you're not going to cut it.
So we're cutting all of them at halves, remember.
An inch.
That's what I meant.
And as we go, we're going to make them, you still want them at the inch so you could roll them, but we're going to start making them shorter.
Okay. So should I cut this down?
Well, you're going to need 2. That's why I said, so think it out. You want 1.5 inches.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'll cut this in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do it by inches.
Yes.
All right, so while Mom is continuing to glue all of those together, you can kind of start to see the A here. And what we're gonna do is, so with something like this, you're gonna need a bigger piece of paper than just your little scraps, unless you wanna make it all different scraps. That would be really cool too.
Or you're making like candles.
Yeah, something like that. Or just like tiny little things. But what we need is now we need the A across, so I need to measure this out, and I think I'm gonna end up doing it 4 inches, right? 4 inches should be good. 4.5. So my tiny little cutter only goes up to 4 inches.
Which is the perfect size for
it's
pictures.
perfect size for a lot of things.
Yes, perfect size, yes.
But this I'm gonna just cut to a 4.5 using my aluminum cut rail blade. Some people were asking the difference between them the other week, and my personal opinion is I like the cut rail blade better than the other Fisker cutters, but personal preference. I just think the cut rail blade is a smoother cut. And that's just my opinion. If you, oh, why did I just do that?
Uh-oh, because you're talking.
I messed up, y'all. Okay, like I said, everybody makes mistakes. You just saw mine, but I was talking to you. But once again, I really like the aluminum cut rail because I feel like it's a nicer cut. The only thing is, if you're cutting white daisy paper, the blade will dull a little bit quicker. So if you have another cutter around to cut the white daisy, I suggest doing that.
Just because our paper is so thick.
Yes, the white daisy paper is very, very, very thick. It's almost double the other cardstock. At least that's what it feels like to me. So just be aware of that. But honestly, I like the aluminum cut rail blades better than any other blades that I've ever used. So. All right, so we've got our center here now, and I have to kind of line up where it's gonna fit in. So I think it's gonna fit right here. All right. So there you go. Look at that. We've got an A.
Yep. We just need a little bit.
Yep. And I have a few more. Mom's going to continue doing that. Put these to the side. And while she continues putting these together, I'm going to get a background for this. All right. So I have a piece of raspberry cardstock here. I wanted to put it on something that's brighter. Also, pink is my favorite color. Sorry, Mom. We could have used purple.
No, we've got pink stripes.
But yes, we have the pink stripes. Well, pink and purple go. Mm-hmm. Remember our Love of Color book? It has all of the samples of what colors go with what. So if you are having difficulty finding colors that match, look at that book because it's very good. So.
Okay, so what we are supposed to do now is we are supposed to liquid glass the pieces together so they stay.
Before we put them on here? Yeah. Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Well, and then you could just use it as is, or...
Oh, I thought we glued it to here. See, look, she's teaching me things now.
Well, it might be easier.
So I'm going to take my liquid glass without my little applicator. So the difference between having the applicator on and the applicator off is you get a bigger...
Yeah, you should get a bigger...
See how I get a little bit of a bigger line onto this? Which will make it a little bit easier for me to go. Well, a little bit messier, but...
And this is a little bit of a messy project.
But it's fun.
But it's a fun
I'm having
project.
fun. And remember, you want to start to go out slightly, too. So you don't want the first two touching. but you don't want it out too far either. This is why I love liquid glass. Did you see how fast that just like held it? Isn't that amazing?
I think you are going to have to spread it a little bit though.
See, so I put it slight gap. I don't want it to exceed 6 inches because that's what I just cut.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking them because since I had to glue them, they were a little flat. So I'm just taking them and I'm rounding them a little bit to give them a little bit more depth when you put them on your page.
If you're sending a card, you don't want them to be too round though, because extra postage if it's too fat.
That's true.
But for a layout, it's good. And yes, over time it will get squished a little bit in your book. But hopefully if you glue them together like this, it's going to counter it.
And when you're putting your monogram together, just try to make sure that the seams are towards the bottom. It might be getting a little harder for you to do it in the air.
No, I just needed to get this one together. But you can see I'm holding it up and it's sticking together. This is why I love liquid glass. It's my favorite thing in the world. Look how cool that looks. All right, and that is our A. Look how cool that looks. I went a little bit over the 6 inches, but I think that looks really cool. Don't you? And then if you want to just simply glue this on.
This would be great in a kid's room. You can do their
monogram.
In their favorite colors.
Great in our scrap room.
Yes.
Great for a wedding party. My brain is in wedding mode.
I wonder why.
But that's it, and that's curling paper. So showing you can do something like this, or make simple candles on a cake, anything really. There's your monogram and your rolling of paper. And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also remember, our weekend signups are available, so if you would like to join us for our weekend, let us know and we will make sure that we get you in to spots. Spots are filling up, so make sure that you do send in your deposits and your slips. What are those? Registration forms. That's what I'm thinking of. Quickly, so you can get your spots in. And look at this beautiful castle behind us. I can't zoom in. Okay, well that's okay. But we are bringing some magic your way, and we hope that you guys enjoy Technique Tuesday. So we'll see you next Tuesday.
Maybe we'll take you for a walk down Main Street.
Ooh. Go check out our outtakes to see if you can spot us on Main Street. Good night, guys. So for today's technique, we are going to show you
How to cough.
I get random calls for the most random places. What it was yesterday, Zimbabwe. You could make like a centipede. Or caterpillar, that's what I meant. I meant a caterpillar. You can make like the hungry caterpillar.
That would be. Hello, can I call you right back?